Hey everybody, I am Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf.
And this is Chris Spivey.
And this is the Friday Surprise Show. How you doing this week, Bubba?
We're doing.
It's been an interesting week for sure.
Yeah, I'm staring surgery right in the face, fixing to talk to the surgeon, get it going, get this thing fixed.
You guys keep them in your prayers, guys.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'm moving it. Yeah, I can. It's a little chicken wing. That's all.
Happy 4th of July, everyone. I hope everybody had a very safe and wonderful 4th of July.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a good little 4th of July. Cooked out, all that good stuff with the family and everything.
You and I went downtown the day before and kind of hung around and.
Yeah, and we wore our shirts and walked around a little bit. Talked to a couple people, not a whole lot, but it wasn't really the environment that I thought it would be. It's a lot.
Right.
It was a lot better actually. But you had the partiers down there. I mean, not a whole lot. I mean, it wasn't really crowded.
No, I heard the next day it was really bad.
Oh yeah, it was.
But we had something
crowded
to celebrate, did we not?
Oh, I meant to get some little party things and celebrate it up. We have been a show for 1 year.
Have we now?
Joined X. We joined X in July of last year.
Wow.
So we have been a show for 1 year.
So in 1 year, we've had some pretty good growth so far.
Absolutely. And actually I'd like to do a little shout out real quick. What's her name here? Tabitha Andretti. You are freaking awesome. You are awesome. We absolutely love you. You did more for us in the last 3 days than we could do in the last in 2 months.
In a year.
Well, yeah. Well, it takes a month for us to get, maybe a couple of few hundred followers. We got almost 1,000. We got like 900 followers off of her 2 shout outs that she did for us. Man, I swear that is awesome.
Down across the bottom of your screen, it looks like it's up actually right now.
Goofy
it's her
chick.
Twitter handle. Guys, please go check out
If you
her
haven't,
ex.
if you're not one of those people that actually came from her to come here, go ahead and go over there and follow Goofy Chick. She is awesome. What a good heart she has. Really awesome. Really cool, man.
And to all of you guys that did come over here from there, thank you guys so much. Welcome to the Friday
Absolutely.
Surprise.
You guys are a blessing to us. Every one of our followers is a blessing to us. Thank you so much. You are at the ground floor of what we plan to grow into a media company. This is just the beginning.
Yes.
I'm learning to podcast. I know I'm getting a little better here and there, trying to spit out the words a little bit. I'm trying to spit out the words a little better and try to learn the industry and the business. Right. You've been helping me a lot with that, trying to understand not only behind the microphone, but the actual
behind the
engineering
scenes
of it all.
Right. That's
we're
where
getting
it gets
there.
fun.
Before long we're going to go green screen and we're not going to have this flag behind us. I do love
that is a real flag.
I do love the flag. I love the flag, but all of that will be changing as well. We'll
keep the flag, just won't be this one.
Well, we're also going to be, we're also probably going to do stuff like, the Nashville skyline behind us or something like that. It's our home. We gotta, we gotta represent.
Speaking of representing, once again, thank you to all of our new followers. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I hope you enjoyed the interview we did with Brandon Fellows a couple weeks back.
Yes, actually, the Brandon Fellows interview, when we did it and we released it 2 weeks ago, and X completely annihilated it. It got like 175 views. It got almost nothing.
They pocketed it. They tried to hide it.
Yeah, they killed it. So when Tabitha, what you did for us there, we re-released that interview because we wanted Brandon Fellows to get the exposure that he deserved.
Yes.
And when we did that, it blew up. So thank you again for that as well. That interview was actually very important, had a lot of good information about January 6th in it, and I thought it needed to be re-released. And me and Jerry both agreed that it should have been re-released, and we went ahead and did that.
So thanks to all you guys,
Yeah.
we were able to beat the X algorithm trick.
Yeah. Yeah,
100%.
we killed the algorithm and made it work for us because of Tabitha.
So thank you guys, all of you, and especially huge shout out Tabitha Andretti at Goofy Chick over on X, GOOFI.
CHYCK.
And again, it will be going across the bottom of the screen intermittently through the show too.
Absolutely.
So we got some news to discuss this week, Bubba.
Oh God.
And our first news surprisingly comes out of
How
Mexico.
can another country do? They can't. Screw you, Mexico. You can bite me. There's so much to say about this that it's ridiculous.
Well, I don't think it's got a chance in the
No,
world.
the
I
Supreme
really
Court
don't.
needs to just tell Mexico to go freaking eat one.
So what's going on here?
Basically, the Mexican government is asking the Supreme Court to allow a $10 billion lawsuit against gun manufacturers here in the United States because of the gun violence that's happening down in Mexico. Well, the problem with that is yes, during the communist Muslim administration,
Yes.
which also had our current president as vice president, funneled guns through Fast and Furious and Eric Holder and
Yep.
all that stuff into Mexico, which actually got a border agent named Brian Terry killed by those guns.
That's how the whole thing fell apart, right?
Yeah, basically the border agent getting killed was basically the straw on the camel's back of that one. But yeah, wait a minute. They want a $10 billion lawsuit against the gun manufacturers? No, that $10 billion lawsuit needs to be against Eric Holder and Obama and Biden.
I wonder how much
no.
the leftists paid the Mexican government to do this.
Bruh.
You know they had to.
I didn't even go there, but you know what? I could now. I could go there. Yeah, I could believe that they would do it. You know, whatever they can do to attack gun manufacturers.
I mean, think about this. We heard about in this country, then last year or so, them wanting to go after gun manufacturers for guns. That's like going after a car manufacturer because you get in an accident. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Unless the drive shaft popped out while you were driving down the road, honestly, and you know, depends on how you drive. Or the quality of your roads, potholes.
Right. But again, it would be the same thing. Yeah. So we know that they're trying to sue gun manufacturers in this country, and we know that's been failing horribly for them.
Yeah.
So now they're going to go try to get another government, at least in my opinion, to try to do the same thing.
Remember those 26 states that I was talking about that basically have constitutional carry in effect?
Yes.
They're not going for it. I can guarantee those 26 states, at least 24 of them are going to tell them to go eat one.
Well, we have a gun manufacturer right here in Tennessee, right?
I thought we had Browning, and who else do we have?
I can't remember the name of the other one, but they make automatic rifles, things like that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Automatic rifles? No, well, repeaters. I know we have, was it Browning repeater? And I think we have one other one that I can't really think of.
There's a gun that is, and I can't remember which one it is, that is like built right here in Tennessee. Again, I'll have to look that up. I can't remember which one it is right off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know there was that one up there near Kingsport.
Yes.
They moved to Kingsport. Yeah, I think that was Browning.
Gotcha. But anyway, again, Tennessee was my point here, is another one of these states that has constitutional carry, right? And they're not going to go for this at all because we have a gun manufacturer here.
Smith & Wesson moved here to East Tennessee.
Gotcha.
Because they realized that their New York stuff was going to shit.
Oh, they were smart to get out of New York.
Yeah, because all the way out of New York, I'm sure the Soviet national anthem was playing. They were just pedal to the metal trying to get out.
Oh, no doubt. Escape from New York apparently was also a documentary. We just didn't realize it. So I read an article the other day, Bubba, that, I mean, it's Joe at his best.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, he has become the first...
True international depressor.
American can be defined in a single word.
Yeah. Okay, so
he has become the first black female president, according to his own words.
Wrong.
What?
No. A lot of that shit was taken out of context. Sleepy Joe cannot put a sentence together.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
So how he said that, it did sound that way. But a lot of that shit was taken out of context. And this is what makes Republicans look like Democrats and make them look stupid. You're taking something out of context that he said to try to make him look dumb. You don't have to try. It's easy, okay? Quit
Right.
grasping for fucking straws that aren't there. Yes, he did kind of say that, but what he was meaning to say is that he was the vice president to the first black president, and that he had the first black female vice president. That is what he was attempting to say. And I could see that with him. I watched it too. I saw that within him talking, that that's what he was saying. And then when the stupid ass talking heads come out and bring that shit to the table, it makes you look dumb.
I agree.
And it adds to the Democrats' argument, calling us the cultists and that we're making up shit. Well, there you go. We made up some shit. Stop it.
And
you look stupid.
That makes us no better than the propagandists we're fighting.
Exactly. That's propaganda.
Yeah.
And
it
it's
really
childish. Stop it. We're better than that. Yeah, on this show, we can be jackasses, and we are. I mean, this is not safe for work. We've told you guys that several times. We are not safe for work. We use bad words. So, we're basically towards the blue collar guy headed to work on Monday that wants to hear the news, wants to hear the stories that no one's talking about. We're going to give them to you, but we're not going to give them to you peacefully.
No, not by any means.
We're going to use a sledgehammer to get them into your brain. So just basically, yeah, we're those goofballs. We're those assholes.
Absolutely.
Okay, but we're not doing this.
Right. When we go to put together a show, we make sure that we're bringing pure fact. It's not speculation. It's not propaganda.
No.
We validate the stories. We validate the information in the stories. If anything comes into question, we both try to, make sure we're giving full, honest truth. And like you, and I brought that up.
It might be goofy when we give it to you, but we're giving it to you.
And I brought that up as a person John Q. Public, who would have just read the article and would have believed that.
Headline. Yeah, just read the headline and run with it.
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute. Go down a little bit. And actually watch the video of him saying it and then go, wait a minute. That was taken out of context. And it was absolutely taken out of context. It was so ridiculous. It is not even funny.
100%.
You can't laugh at that anymore because it's stupid.
No. I mean, you almost feel bad you almost want to feel bad for Joe. And I don't like feeling bad for Joe.
You know what sucks? Is some of the people that we look up to, Benny Johnson, the Quartering, all of these freaking people that we actually like,
right,
push this shit. And I'm like, stop it.
It's propaganda. Like you said, he gives us enough material. We don't have to stretch for any of it.
I think Bongino even actually said something about it. I'm like, dude, we love you, but stop it.
Yeah, don't take it out of context like that, because that's clearly what it was.
Yeah. So, all you guys out there that I look up to, man, y'all need to try a little harder. I mean, that's just, you're going a little off the rails here.
I get it, they're going for shock value, but it's not what he said.
Yeah, they're going for shock value, and honestly, we aren't shocked anymore. It's Joe.
Right. I'd be shocked if he put together two sentences and made them make sense. Like, that would surprise me more.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes.
So, next up, we have
more Joe Biden.
Our Friday surprise, basically.
Yeah.
And the Friday surprise for everybody who's new, I'll go ahead and explain.
This is right off of whitehouse.gov, so this is not bullshit. This is exactly what the White House is telling us.
So before we get into that, we've got a lot of new listeners.
So it is bullshit.
So we've really got to cover the question that we always get.
Okay.
For all our new listeners, why are we called Friday Surprise Show and come out on Sunday night?
Well, on Friday, the media and the White House and Congress and all these people put out news that they don't want you to see over the weekend because you're out cooking with your family, you're celebrating the holiday of the week because now it's the weekend, and you've worked all week, and it's time for you to take care of your kids, take care of your wife, take care of your family, take care of your house, make sure your house is in order. During the weekend, you're not looking at the freaking news, dude. You're taking care of the stuff that you should be taking care of. So that's very commendable of you, but at the same time, you're not paying attention to what we're paying attention to. So here we are reading
that way on purpose.
Yeah, we're reading you the stories that they kind of decided to kind of bury. But this one's kind of not really one that they buried, but
the reason they're able to bury
this bad boy out on Friday night, and it's not going to be reported by anybody else probably until Monday or Tuesday,
if that. And the reason is my point right there. The news cycle changes by Monday, and it's all forgotten.
We have a translation of this, maybe that we can. We've got a little bit of analysis that we can give you on it to kind of make you understand maybe that what the White House is saying to you is straight up communism BS crap that basically don't have the authority to do. Shoot.
All right, so our Friday surprise this week, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Joe Biden, the one that thinks he's the president, calls himself president anyway, had a jobs report come out. According to this jobs report, 206,000, I thought it was 60 for a minute. I had to make sure my numbers were right. 206,000 jobs were created. 15.7 million jobs came back after COVID.
Came back since his presidency.
Right.
So basically after COVID. Well, here's the thing.
So
he's
Joe
not going to freaking mention. No, he's not going to mention COVID at all.
No.
He's not going to mention COVID. COVID is basically it didn't destroy any jobs, did it?
No, not at all. Everybody
created those jobs. No, you didn't, Joe. You didn't. And not only that, there was also a news story that came out 2 weeks ago that said that the jobs that are being created right now are, one, part-time jobs. Two, are not focused at American citizens. They're focused at foreign-born, the foreign-born population.
Right.
They're not even John Q. Public, blue-collar dude, is not the focus of this job creation. And a lot of the jobs being created by the government are government jobs.
So you bring up a really good...
Hold on, pause button. What does the government produce? Laws and regulation, nothing else.
I was going to say headaches, but...
Red tape. There's 30, right?
So you bring a good point a moment ago, though, about the jobs created.
Mm-hmm.
There were twice as many jobs created that were lost. However, they were all what?
Focused towards foreign-born population.
Part-time.
Part-time, yeah.
So 2 part-time jobs equals 1 full job.
Yep.
So they didn't gain.
So you got somebody working 17 hours a day for $11 an hour instead of 8 hours a day at $24 an hour because of inflation. But at the same time, there's a lot of the skills gap right now.
Yes.
You have the what you had the fight for 15, right? Now you're gonna have the fight for 20, the fight for 50,
and they don't realize that this is such a bad idea. When I was younger, I thought, yeah, minimum wage going up, great, we're going to get more money. That's not the way that works, though, is it?
Because when you have a minimum wage, you have higher wages as well. And as minimum wage goes up, the unions and skilled labor want more too, because not only do wages go up, what else goes up?
Inflation.
Prices.
Prices.
When prices go up, these people want to be able to afford the lifestyle that they become accustomed to. And to do that, their wages have to go up. So did we get anywhere? Prices went up, wages went up, prices went up, wages go up, prices go up. It's a vicious cycle here.
It really is.
So are we getting anywhere by doing this? No, we're not. We're in the same damn boat. All we're doing is a market manipulation that is destroying our economy.
So what kind of market manipulation is the government doing?
One thing, and I actually did this with a guy that wanted to be mayor here in Nashville by the name of Freeman. he was all about government control of raising wages. The problem with that is we had just seen a rise of wages in Washington, California, Oregon, Nevada. There were places that were raising wages exponentially.
Yes.
And a lot of their small businesses were shutting down or leaving and migrating to states that weren't doing this because of the fact that they could not afford the labor.
Correct.
They couldn't afford the taxes. They couldn't afford the labor. They couldn't afford the rising real estate. They couldn't afford the rising product costs, the wholesale costs, and then their retail market had to raise to a point to where it was unaffordable for the population. If your retail goes up, if your wholesale goes up, your retail has to go
100%.
up. And if your wholesale or if your retail goes up to the point to where John Q. Public can't afford your product and has to go to Walmart because the prices are lower because Walmart can afford that lower, right? So because of the volume.
Because it's a corporation.
Yeah.
Because
of volume. They buy in volume, so they get the bulk cost.
Again, they're a
A
major corporation.
private company, a small company doesn't get that bulk rate.
Right.
Right. So they have to pay more for their wholesale.
So then at the end of the day, when all's said and done, you're left with a city full of big corporate companies, mom and pops.
And boarded up buildings on Main Street. And that is what is happening to this country right now is Main Street is shutting down while Wall Street is being propped up by foreign actors in the banks.
And eventually you're going to have an oligarchy where the business and the government run everything. And that's what the Democrats are wanting.
Hey,
Make no mistake.
What is it? Hold on. What is that called again? What is that? I forget.
Fascism? Yes. I believe you're right.
Yeah.
It's market manipulation. Anytime the government steps in and says we're control, and they're doing price controls, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. The White House just announced this, and let me get back to it here. Insulin, prescription drugs, on real estate, housing prices, and basically trying to hedge inflation through price controls.
Which makes absolutely zero sense at all.
Actually, it does make sense. It does make sense if you were Maduro, because that's exactly a
socialist country.
That is exactly what he did, and basically that country, because of their actions, became the Weimar Republic.
Yes.
Became
like the Weimar Republic.
A $10,000 loaf of bread.
Prices changing every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Up, down, left, right, like for real.
Yeah.
So price controls, like on insulin, when he came in office, I don't know if you guys remember this. Trump had that price down, no problem. Insulin was very affordable.
It was and it wasn't. It kind of was, but at the same time,
I watched the price shoot up.
He knew the market manipulation that was happening, and the problem with that was a lot of these companies, they will discount one drug and then they will jack up another one because of the fact that the government wants this drug to be lower, so their market share has to go somewhere else.
Yep.
Because they have to make their nut.
Oh God! And these are big pharma you're talking about. They're going to make their nut regardless.
I mean, I'm not going to go with the fact that they're a criminal organization now that basically were complicit in COVID, but
100%. But I watched the price of insulin, and I know you guys did too, go up to $300 a freaking vial. Mm-hmm. $300 a shot. People were not able to, and that was the day after Joe took office. So we know he had an act in doing this. Now at the end, he wants to turn around and act like he's doing something about a problem he created to begin with.
Yeah, well, there was a lot going on with the shots as well. And you know that the shots were basically almost a freebie. The federal government, through our taxes, was paying for that. No one was getting that, It wasn't really free. We were getting it through our taxes and
I don't want anything the government wants to give me for free.
You wonder why the national debt went up exponentially during the dang COVID. That was why. We had to pay for all of those shots, for all of those dumbasses that took the freaking clot shot.
Bioweapon. Straight up call it what it is. It's a bioweapon.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't agree with me, but I believe that COVID was the first act of the bioweapon, and then the shot was the second attack. Jerry here doesn't believe that COVID was real.
I am on the fence. I'm 50-50 on it.
I believe it was real. I believe I had it because I never get the flu, and I got that shit. That sucked.
I'm 50-50 on whether there's an actual virus itself that's different than coronavirus that's been around as long as we have.
Yeah.
Because coronavirus is the common cold.
Now,
make no mistake, it's been around a long time.
Article 1, I keep going to Article 1, Section 8. Every show, almost every show, I'll go to Article 1, Section 8, which is the 18 enumerated powers of Congress, well, of the federal government, of Congress. Okay. Is healthcare in that?
No.
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 Is any price controls at all in the 18 enumerated? Do they have the authority within the 18 enumerated powers to instill price controls?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so federal government, Mr. Uncle Sam, you do not have the friggin' authority to do this shit. Stop it.
Then we've seen this throughout the Biden administration too. We've seen him try to do it with guns, the bump stock rule, the many different ways he's tried to.
Oh
free
yeah, well,
speech
you have
and
the three letter agencies handing authority over to unelected officials in 3-letter agencies. That again is complete madness. And those people don't have the authority to write law, but they say that their rule is law, and they can throw you in jail for their rules.
So that has actually been challenged in Supreme Court, and that's one of the big wins last week was the
Chevron.
Thank you, Chevron doctrine. That's what the Chevron doctrine was. They had to refer back to these bureaucrats, basically. They don't have to do that no more.
No, the ATF has no rule making and law making authority. They are to enforce the laws on Congress, and honestly, if you ask me, every gun law is a violation of the Second Amendment.
110%. 110%. I believe, and we've spoken on this show before about it briefly.
Absolutism.
Yes, I believe even felons should have a gun. 100%. If they're a citizen, they should have a gun.
Well,
they should have the same rights.
Didn't the kitty sniffer during while he was running for president tell us that no amendment to the Constitution is absolute when we started talking about the Second
That's what he said.
Okay, you know what my question is after that?
What's that?
Is the 16th Amendment absolute?
And for our viewers, what is the 16th Amendment?
The tax amendment? That they can lay and claim taxes as they see fit. Is that amendment absolute? Please tell me, please.
I bet the IRS would say yes.
Fuck the IRS.
But they're another bureaucratic
those
system
assholes,
that's
those assholes need to give us a zero budget and get the fuck out of town.
Are they a government agency?
Yes.
No.
No. Wait a minute. No, no.
They're a private agency hired by the government, contracted.
Another 3-letter agency.
Yes.
So
sir.
are they an NGO? You want to call it?
Basically, yeah. Basically, they are. That has been given the authority to enforce a illegal tax upon the people.
Well, technically, it's legal because of the 16th Amendment.
Taxation is legal theft.
Yes, true. It
because
is.
The Constitution was set up in such a way originally that the tariffs were supposed to pay for things.
Yeah.
But you know how politicians are. Speaking of science, though, you have a science experiment you wanted to do, right?
Okay, yeah. First of all, I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Is diversity our strength?
According to leftists, according to me.
According to the leftists, is diversity our strength?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to do a science experiment for you. Here.
Okay.
Okay. I've got 5 crayons here.
Okay.
Since there are no Marines in the room, these will not be eaten. Okay.
Thank goodness.
I love you, Marines. You saved my life, but I'm still going to fuck with you. Okay. I love you, but stay with me here. Okay. Let's start with the white crayon. Here you go. Put it up into the camera. Break the crayon. Good. That crayon broke. Okay. Let's start with the black crayon.
black
Go ahead.
crayon,
Go ahead.
okay.
And break the black crayon. Okay. Here's the brown crayon. Go ahead. Go ahead and break the brown crayon. Okay. Here's the red. There's a red crayon. Go break the red crayon. Okay.
Just to use, no tricks, no tricks.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. You just hurt the Indians again. At least we didn't take their land. Here you go. Here's the yellow crayon in the camera. Go ahead and you broke the yellow crayon. Oh, you dirty white American. You. Okay. Now.
Can't help myself. I'm a white man.
Okay. Here we go. I have all these crayons again right here. I got all these crayons again. Okay. Those crayons are really easy to break.
Really easy.
They? Is diversity our strength?
According to the left, it is, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Here's all of these crayons at once. Okay. You're probably going to be able to break these crayons. I don't know. Maybe. Break them all at once. All of them at once. Was it harder to break?
A lot harder.
Okay. Is diversity our strength?
No.
Unity is our strength, people. Unity. It doesn't matter if you are black, white, brown, yellow, or red. It doesn't matter. Unity is our strength. We are not a salad bowl. We are a melting pot of individuals, not a collective, but we all need to be united.
100%. Doesn't
We
matter
are
if
the
you're
United
white,
States of
yellow,
America.
brown, red, black. I think we got a black here somewhere. It doesn't matter what color you are.
We are the United States.
100%. Every last one of us in this country, regardless.
So diversity is not our strength.
It is our weakness.
Unity is our strength. Diversity. What is the first three letters in diversity?
DIV.
DIVIDE.
Divide. Yes. Diversity. Division. Divide.
So what do the communist Democrats want? To divide.
I was going to say peanut butter and helmets, but to divide, yes.
Only the yellow M&Ms, or I will not go on stage.
I don't want an M, I want a W.
In a wine glass. Yes.
But your point is very valid and taken, and I like that it's so simple, just a couple crayons to prove that point. It doesn't matter what color it is.
That was a $3 experiment.
Yeah.
You better pay me back.
I promise I'll take you out to dinner one day.
For one taco, you little asshole.
A street taco when you have a deal.
Yeah, $1.50. Me too. Yeah. We are the United States, and we need to stay united. And out there, I want you to stay united, love each other. And this has been the Friday Surprise Show. Bless y'all.
Quick shout out again to Tabitha Andretti at Goofy Girl on X. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our new listeners. And until next time, I'm Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf.
And I am CD Spivey.
And this is the Friday Surprise Show.
Surprise!
Bye, everybody.